is our plus one on a Thursday. Let's go.
Hey, man, working. All I do is work.
A lot of talk about cologne on the show today.
Uh-oh.
Did you use the spritz? Did you use the spritz pregame?
Of course, just a little bit.
What do you wear?
Creed, Aventus.
Like $500.
I mean, you don't wear it out. You kind of get the other one.
How many homers you hit in a show?
233.
233. You wear Creed.
I got it. I once said, you know, at CVS when you clip the coupons, he said, Shadi, I played 16 years in the show.
Clipping no
I'm
coupon.
clipping
Never clipped a
coupons?
coupon?
Never in my life.
Alrighty.
Have you?
I need help, gentlemen. Let's round the bases. I need help deciphering if teams are contenders or pretenders. Shota Imanaga, brilliant. 6 scoreless through 17 starts. He's 8-2. The Cubs won back-to-back series. Cody Bellinger hit in the hand, awaiting results. If I were front office of a team, I would want a clear path forward. Are they contenders? You work for them, or pretenders? What do you see every day?
The last couple series, I would say they are contending.
Okay.
With how they've played. They've been derailed by injuries, man. And I know a lot of teams deal with adversity, but my point of it is you can't have as many guys as they have on the IL in the bullpen, and then be able to sort of bring this together. So if they get healthier, which they are, Julian Merriweather's coming back, Mark Leiter Jr. is coming back. So all these guys are coming back. It'll help the cause. I'm teetering. They're contending.
Do you feel like it went so bad that it's got to get so hot? Offensively, I felt like they all cratered at the same time.
Yeah, look, I have a theory on the whole, their approach. This right here, to me, when I look at this, I'm saying to myself, how are you this bad with the guys that they have in this lineup? What they're doing against Baltimore is what I thought coming out of spring training they would be.
Exactly.
Right? And when you sit there and do that, I'm like, your approach in high leverage situations is just not good. So they have to change how they're approaching with 2-0 counts, 2-1 counts. They're doing that against one of the best in the game in Corbin Burns last night. And boom, you stake to a lead. Shoulder goes out there and deals. Starting pitching has been great for the Cubs. It's just been everything else is trying to come around.
Division is gettable.
Yeah.
Imanaga's a stud. Tyon's throwing the ball good. Their bullpen's depleted, but hopefully gets healthy.
Yeah.
And the offense went as bad. It got off to a great start, but it's gone as bad as it could possibly. No one hits homers except Ian Happ.
So then what do you do at the deadline?
No, they're going to be all right. They got a chance.
Yeah.
They got a chance to win this division, in my opinion.
Okay.
So you hold serve. They're going to get rolling here.
They're tied for last place right now.
They are. They are tied for last place. They're better than that, though, Lo. And you know, you got to go out and play, though. That's why you teeting like, you know what, you could be Fugazis. Like, you got to play.
They have the same record as the Reds, so do you feel the exact same way about Cincinnati? Identical record, 5 games under 500. Tried to come back against the Rockies last night, couldn't.
Yeah.
Contenders or pretenders, do you feel differently? The numbers are exactly the same.
I do feel differently.
Why?
I do. I'm going to say pretenders for now. Just they have never won. There's a lot of guys in that locker room that have never won, so they don't know what it takes to get over the hump. Okay. I've never seen a Reds team. We've waited. I remember last year we were on.
They missed playoffs by two games last year.
But you got to win. Seattle. Why do we think Houston's on?
Because Seattle hasn't won.
So that's how I feel about Cincinnati. I think their lineup's a smidge light when you look at it for 162. They certainly got star. Ellie De La Cruz, one of the best stars in the game. Hunter Green's a stud at the top. They've thrown the ball well. Lodolo, when healthy, he's thrown the ball good. Andrew Abbott's been good for them all year. But I'm going to say pretender just because they got to show me.
That's a great point. You know what? You pretending because when you watch them against the Yankees, you're like,
yeah, look good.
Like, whoa, this is what you can do. But it's like going into the Bronx and doing what they did. You know, it kind of just show you that they have the potential. But how do you stop the bleeding when you're young, right? Like, what do you do? Like, it's one of those things you get to the ballpark and you're like, can I carry this team? Who's carrying you consistently that gets you to the top there? So I'm going to say pretending right now, but they're going to be good soon.
You've never been on, and this is no knock on the Reds. I know this happens. You sweep the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like Cliff's saying, you sweep them. You're on the plane, you're going nuts. That's a great flight home. You get home and you let the Tigers come in and work you over, and then 2 or 3.
Yeah, but the Tigers have pitching.
I got it. But it can't. If you're going to take that next step as a team, these are the things being discussed in the locker room. It's go time.
Got to build.
The Tigers get buried in that series.
Yeah.
Okay. They start the Thursday schedule, Rockies-Reds on MLB Network at 1:10 Eastern Time. The Pirates had a tough one against the Brewers on Wednesday, lost 9-0, 3 back of that final wild card spot in the National League. I mean, you don't want to sell. You don't want to. What do you do? Because your starters, the young guys, are you going to shut them down at some point?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Listen.
This is one of his ideas. I can already tell.
No, because I know Ben Cherington would love nothing more than to go to the playoffs and win a World Series and do that whole skit. Got it. They're a contender, but they think like a pretender in my eyes. And the reason I say that, I truly believe when I watch the Pirates, and you put Skeens, and I know Jones is out for a while with the lat strain, and Keller, and some of the guys in their bullpen with the Bednars, if he's right, Chapman throws 100, Holderman, all these guys. If they could get a bat and another savvy starter, a Jack Flaherty, that type of feel, they are contenders and they're scary. But if they drop 5 in August, they're going to, in my mind, they're going to say, oh, we got innings limits on the. I don't know this to be true. I'm just saying that's my.
The offense is enough with one more starter and one bat.
It's not enough. It's not enough. They need a Pete No. I'm just throwing that kind of mindset
that
out
big
there.
a bat?
They need a monster bat. A bat.
Well, this speaks to that, right? But you know what, Lauren? We was in camp.
You like them?
I said 90 wins. Really?
Remember when we met Paul Skeens?
And I was like, this is Allie Rush. He's going to do what Allie did in Baltimore and Pittsburgh. And what has he done? So when you talk about how you bring the dynamic, like you start with pitching, this is why I say they're contenders. Because they how do you not figure it out hitting wise? I think they have enough hitting. Pete Alonso bat is. That's a huge bat. I understand that, but if you bring another bat,
after the season,
you need to put it together and not waste this pitching. I thought when we was in camp, I said, you know what, these guys are going to win. I mean, Andrew McCutchen came on and was like, I felt good about everything that he had preached.
Brian needs to take. He hasn't taken that step.
He's been beat up, man. He's been hurt.
Contenders, but think like pretenders. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Nationals in 2012 when I was there, Strasburg. They shut him down.